to us, like a fountain.
She wears a white dress because she is a bride of Christ. The red sash represents martyrdom. It is said that she used to bring food to Christians hiding underground in caves called catacombs. How do you think she could see her way in those dark caves? She wore a wreath of candles on her head.
Maiden so sweet and fair, bright candles in your hand, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
Lucia lived in Sicily many centuries ago, but she was so remarkable that even now, almost 2,000 years later, we still sing about her, Santa Lucia. Lucia was a young maiden, a Christian at a time when it was against the law to be Christian. And if the Roman governor found out that you worshiped Christ, you could be taken to prison and even put to death. Well, Lucia's mother wanted her to marry a certain pagan man, but Lucia did not want to marry at all. She wanted to belong only to Christ. What could she do? She went to pray before the relics of St. Agnes, and then and there St. Agnes appeared and told her what to do. Lucia secretly gave away her possessions to the poor and left without a dowry, that is, without money or property to bring to her husband. There was no way for her to marry. Her pagan fiancé was so angry that she had given everything away that he reported her to the governor as a Christian.
Soon they shall rise anew, a star is coming, in skies of rosy hue, salvation's dawning.
The governor tried to make Lucia give up her faith, but she refused. So he ordered his soldiers to seize her. But try as they might, they could not lift her. Even several yoke of oxen were not strong enough to move her from the spot. Christ held her fast. Finally, the governor ordered the soldiers to put her to death. Lucia whispered a prayer and gave herself into the hands of our Lord Jesus Christ. Her soul flew to heaven.
Child of the holy light, banish the dark of night, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
Many years later, in the Middle Ages, there was a terrible famine in southern Sweden. People had run out of food, and many were starving. Finally, on the darkest day of a cold and terrible winter, something wonderful happened. A ship appeared on the water, gliding silently toward shore. There was no one rowing, and no wind to push the boat, but somehow it floated straight across the water. Standing in the prow was a shining lady in white. When the ship docked, the lady had disappeared, but the townspeople found it loaded with great sacks of grain. Plenty of food to eat all winter long. Where do you think all that food came from? How did the ship float across the ocean, right to those hungry people with no one rowing it? God had sent the wheat through the prayers of that lady in white. And who do you think that lady in white was?
Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Night goes with silent steps, round house and cottage, for the earth the sun forgot, dark shadows linger. Then on the threshold stands, white clad in candlelight, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Hear now the voice of light, darkness be scorning, lonesome may be the night, but joyous the morning. Who calls brave men away, singing the hope of day, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. stacks, round house and cottage, o'er the earth the sun forgot.